Rian was just an engineer. He wasn't a soldier, a leader, or a hero. He worked in the lower decks of the Zephyr Dawn, a human exploration ship traveling through the edges of deep space. His job was quiet checking power systems, fixing small machines, and running scans. Most days were the same. But that night changed everything. It was the quiet shift. The halls were dim, most of the crew asleep or resting. Rian was checking data on his tablet when the alert light blinked near the side corridor, an unusual activity alarm. Curious, he walked over, expecting to find a broken panel or a cleaning drone stuck in the wall. Instead, he stopped. There it was. Someone standing in the corridor, not a human. She stood still, arms at her sides, head lowered. Her skin was a soft silver blue, her long white hair braided in two thick ropes down the front of her armored suit. Her yellow eyes glowed faintly. In the dim light, Rian recognized her. She was one of the Ilarian alien species working with the humans in this part of space. They were peaceful, quiet, and rarely emotional. Most of them stayed on their own decks. Rian had only seen them during official meetings or silent briefings. But this was different. The woman was crying. Tears rolled slowly down her smooth cheeks. Her breathing was shallow. Her lips trembled. Rian froze. He didn't know what to say. He had never seen an alien cry before. The Ilari were known for being calm, wise, and almost distant. But this one, she looked completely broken. He stepped forward carefully. Are you all right? She looked up at him, and her eyes met his. For a long moment, she didn't speak. Then her voice came, soft and shaking. They warned me this moment would come, she said. But I didn't believe them. Not until now. Rian frowned, unsure what she meant. What are you talking about? Do you need help? Should I call someone? She shook her head slowly. No, only you. He blinked. Me. She stepped closer. You are the one they spoke of. The one with the light. The one who will change everything. Rian felt a chill run down his spine. I think you have the wrong person. I'm just an engineer. I fix doors. I check sensors. I don't even have clearance, too. You don't know yet, she interrupted, but you will. The memory inside, you will awaken. And when it does, nothing will ever be the same again. Rian took a slow breath. Maybe she was hurt. Maybe something was wrong with her mentally. He reached out gently. Listen, why don't we go to the med bay? We can talk there. She looked at his hand, then slowly took it. Her fingers were cold, but her grip was strong. My name is Valari, she whispered, and I need your help. They walked in silence. Rian didn't know what to think. He had read reports of alien visions and strange energies found in forgotten parts of the galaxy. But that was science fiction to him. Not real life. When they reached a small private room near the lab section, Rian helped Valari sit down. He offered her water, but she shook her head. I was trained never to show emotion, she said softly. But when I saw your face tonight, something broke inside me. I remembered the voices, the flame, the warnings. Rian pulled up a chair across from her. What do you mean, flame? In my world, she began, there is a legend. Very old. It speaks of a silent fire, older than time, that watches from beyond the stars. A fire that sleeps inside a chosen soul. But it is not one of our kind. It is human. Rian stared at her. And you think that's me? I know it is you, she said without hesitation. He gave a nervous laugh. That's impossible. I'm nobody. I didn't even pass leadership. Training, you feel it, don't you? She asked. Something deep inside. A pull, a light, a memory that is not yours. Rian opened his mouth to reply, but then stopped. Because she was right. He had been having dreams. Strange ones. Stars falling, a fire in the sky, of standing alone on a moon while voices called his name. It told no one. Not even his friend Toma. He thought they were just stress dreams. Maybe, he admitted, voice low. Low-laned. Forward. Her yellow eyes were steady now. Then you understand. We don't have much time. My people will come for you. Some want to protect you. Others want to stop what you may become. Become what? She didn't answer right away. Look toward the window where the stars blinked softly beyond the metal walls. They call it the origin flame, she said. And if it wakes, you will not be the same man. You will carry the memory of stars, of creation, of war, and of peace. Rion felt his chest tighten. I don't want to be a hero, he whispered. You don't have to be, she said gently. You just have to survive and choose. Outside the room, the hallway lights flickered. Somewhere far off, an alarm beeped once, then stopped. But in that quiet room, the crying alien woman sitting across from him, Rian realized one thing. His quiet life was over. Liam sat alone in his room, staring at the small data disk Mira had given him. He hadn't moved in over an hour. The disk lay on the table like it carried the weight of a planet. You are my child's father. Those words repeated again and again in his head. It didn't make sense. He didn't remember anything, no secret mission, no alien romance, and certainly no child. But that child's face, it stayed in his mind. The small scan Mira showed him, that boy had his nose, his eyes, even the same calm look Liam had when fixing machines. With a deep breath, Liam slid the disk into his personal console. The screen lit up with a soft blue glow. A message appeared. Restricted file access Project Genesis. DNA match confirmed. Opening ... His heart pounded as video clips began to play. At first they were quiet. A ship landing on a green planet. Liam stepping out in a clean white suit, a voice speaking in the background. Welcome to the Unity Trial Zone. The next video hit harder. Liam himself standing beside Mira. They were laughing. It's walking through a valley filled with tall grass and two suns in the ask. ChatGPT? Liam sat near the control panel of Myra's small transport ship. The stars moved slowly outside the front window as the ship drifted through quiet space. Ow. Myra sat in the pilot's seat, her eyes calm and focused. For a while, they didn't speak. Liam still didn't know how to feel. 2 days ago, he was just a technician on a peaceful outpost. Now, he had discovered that he had a child with an alien woman, and that someone had erased the memory of it from his mind. He broke the silence. Why did they erase my memories? Mira looked at him. Because they feared what we created. A connection, a life, and hope. He nodded slowly. I don't remember it. But I believe you now. Myra turned to him gently. That's enough. For now. She tapped the console and brought up a map of nearby systems. Our next jump will take us close to the Trellin Belt. After that, we'll reach the moon colony, where Solon is hiding. Is he safe there? Liam asked. He was, Mira said. Until a few days ago, someone started sending probes. They're searching for him. Liam's jaw tightened. Why would anyone hunt a child? Because he's different, Mira replied. He carries both our blood. He's not fully human, not fully Zalari, and that scares the ones who want to keep our kinds apart. Liam took a deep breath. We have to stop them. We will, Mira said. But first, there's something you need to see. She handed him a small chip. This holds the original files of Project Genesis. We recovered them secretly. I wanted to give them to you earlier, but it wasn't safe. Liam inserted the chip into the ship's terminal. Screen lit up with old data files hidden deep within classified layers. He typed in a few commands and opened the main folder. Project. Genesis Unity test files subjects. Liam Human. Mira Zellary. He clicked on the first entry. It showed a list of mission goals. Cultural exchange, emotional bonding, peaceful cooperation. At first, it seemed simple. But then came the next part. If emotional attachment grows, subjects will be monitored. Any biological offspring must be reported immediately to prevent interspecies scandal. Subject memories may be removed. Felt anger rising in his chest, so they never saw us as equals. We were just part of an experiment. Myra's voice was steady. That's how it began, but we proved them wrong. Liam scrolled further. He found a private report from a man named Arlen Voss, his old instructor in neural systems. Subject Liam shows strong bonding with subject Myra, unexpected but not dangerous. Has formed genuine affection. Memory reset after. Program concludes. Liam clenched his fists. Arlen erased it all. Everything I felt. Everything we lived. He thought he was protecting you, Mira said softly. But he stole something precious from you. Liam stood up and began pacing. I don't care what he thought. I want to remember. I want my life back. The moon colony was quiet, hidden in the shadow of a giant mountain range on the frozen moon called Vela. Ice winds howled outside. But inside the colony dome, the air was calm and warm. Lights glowed softly, and people moved quickly but quietly. Between the metal halls, Mira's ship landed on a small pad at the edge of the colony. Liam stepped out first, looking around. He'd never seen a place like this before. The buildings were made from old Terran steel, mixed with Zellery crystal. It looked rough, but safe. This place is hidden well, Liam said. Yes, Mira replied, but not for long. They were met by an older Zellery woman named Tasha. She had white markings on her face and walked with a cane. But her eyes were sharp and kind. You came just in time, Tasha said. They're getting closer. Is he all right? Mira asked quickly. Tasha gave a small smile. Yes, he's waiting for you. Mira looked at Liam. Are you ready? He nodded slowly, as ready as I can be. They followed Tasha through narrow halls until they reached a small room with soft blue lights and warm walls. Inside, a boy sat quietly, playing with a glowing puzzle cube. He had light brown hair with silver streaks, skin slightly tinted blue, and large eyes, one gold like Myra's, and one hazel like Liam's. Liam stopped in the doorway. The boy looked up, their eyes met. Liam's heart skipped. The boy stood up and tilted his head. Who is he? Asked in a soft voice. Myra knelt beside him. This is Liam. He's your father. The boy looked at Liam again. He didn't smile, but he didn't seem afraid either. Liam stepped forward slowly. He knelt down to the boy's level. Hello, Solon. The boy looked curious. You don't remember me? Liam shook his head gently. No, but I want to. Solon walked closer and held out his hand. Liam took it. It felt warm and small but strong. In that moment, something stirred inside Liam. A picture flashed in his mind. Mira holding a baby under a sky with two suns, him standing beside her. He could hear laughter, feel joy. The memory passed in seconds, but it left his chest tight with emotion. I think I knew you once, Liam said softly. Solon smiled a little. Maybe you'll remember more later. Mira watched them with quiet, tears in her eyes. That night, they stayed in a quiet family room. Liam sat with Solon, helping him fix the puzzle cube. Mira talked with Tasha in the corner. Later, as Solon slept peacefully, Liam and Mira stepped outside into a hallway. He's amazing, Liam whispered. Mira nodded. He's strong, smarter than both of us. I saw something earlier, Liam said. A memory. It came back. Just a piece. That will happen more now, she said. You're near him. Your mind remembers, even if it takes time. Liam looked around the cold hallway. You said this place isn't safe anymore? Myra's face turned serious. Yes. We've picked up signals. Someone's watching, waiting. The ones who fear what Solon represents. Do you know who they are? Mira nodded. There's a group humans and Zelari both who call themselves the Divide. They believe our two species should never mix. And they're coming for him, Liam asked. They don't want him to exist, she said. To them, he is proof that peace can be real. And that scares them. Liam took a deep breath. Then we need to get him out of here. Yes, she agreed, but we can't just run forever. We need allies, Liam said. Someone who still believes in what the Unity program tried to do. I've sent messages, Mira said. But not everyone wants to help. Some fear what could happen if the truth spreads. Liam looked back at the door where Solon was. Sleeping? I don't care about fear anymore. That's my son in there, and I will protect him. Mira placed a hand on his shoulder. Then we stand together. That night, the colony lights dimmed as they prepared for rest. But Myra stayed awake, sitting beside Solon's bed. Liam sat near the door, eyes watching, listening to every sound. He wasn't just a technician anymore. He was a father, and he was ready to fight for his family. Morning on the moon colony came quietly, with soft lights rising across the dome ceiling. The frozen land outside remained dark, but inside, life moved on. Liam woke early. He hadn't slept much. His mind was still full of thoughts about Solon, about Mira, and about the memory that had returned. That short flash of his past kept playing in his head. Mira smiling. A baby in her arms. Laughter under two suns. The memory felt real, not a dream. He looked over at Solon, still sleeping peacefully under a thin blanket. The boy's breathing was slow, calm. His small hands rested gently on his chest. Holding a soft toy Mira had given him, Liam stood quietly and stepped out into the hallway. Mira was already up. She was checking a small communication tablet. "Any news?" Liam asked. Myra nodded. "Tasha says the colony sensors picked up movement. Beyond the ridge, a ship landed an hour ago. Do we know who it is?" "No signal," she said. "That usually means trouble." Liam's face turned serious. "It's them. The Divide." "Yes," she replied. "They've come to find him." Liam took a deep breath. "We can't let that happen." Mira looked at him. "We'll have to move him soon. But we need time. Tasha is working on another ship hidden underground. It's old, but she's fixing it. How much time do we have?" he asked. "Maybe 1 day, maybe less." Liam nodded. "And we'll defend this place." He and Mira went to the control room with Tasha. The older Zellery was already setting up shields and locking down access doors. "I've lived through 2 wars, Tasha said, not looking up. "I'm not letting cowards take a child from his family." Liam gave her a grateful look. They started preparing defenses. Liam used his skills to check every security system, every door lock, every hidden sensor. He rewired the backup power, so the colony could stay active even if the main grid went down. Mira trained a few colony guards on how to handle the defense turrets and cameras. By nightfall, everything was ready, but something still didn't feel right. After dinner, Solon sat near the window, watching the stars. Liam sat beside him, unsure how to begin. "Do you remember anything about me?" Liam asked softly. Solon looked at him and shook his head. "No, only what Mama told me." "That's okay," Liam said. "I don't remember everything either, but I want to." Solon studied him carefully. "Mama said you were brave, that you helped people. Is that true?" Liam smiled a little. "I don't know if I'm brave, but I'm trying to be." Solon reached out and touched Liam's hand. "You feel familiar, like I've seen you before." Liam's heart warmed. "Maybe you have. Maybe your heart remembers what your eyes forgot." Solon leaned against him quietly. Liam wrapped an arm around his son, holding him close. In that moment, he didn't care about war, the Divide, or hidden programs. All that mattered was this child sitting beside him. Later that night, alarms went off. Mira rushed into the hallway. "They're here. 2 teams. One outside the east wall, one trying to sneak through the lower tunnels." Liam grabbed a small communicator. "I'll block the tunnels. You take the east wall." Mira nodded and ran. Liam headed down into the lower levels. The halls were narrow and dark. He carried a light and a small stun blaster. He moved quickly, but carefully. He wasn't a soldier, but he knew how to work with systems, and he had no fear when it came to his son as he turned a corner. He saw shadows moving ahead. 3 figures in black suits. No symbols, no voices. He ducked behind a pipe and pulled out a small control device. The few taps, he triggered the emergency doors. A loud slam echoed as metal barriers dropped down, trapping 2 of the intruders in a small hallway. The third turned and saw him. Liam fired the stun blaster. The intruder dropped to the ground, unconscious. Liam stood over him, breathing hard. Not today. Meanwhile, Mira was outside near the east wall. Cold wind hit her face, but she didn't move. She stood firm, blaster ready, watching shadows move between the rocks. Suddenly, a flash of light. Shots fired. She moved quickly, dodging behind cover, returning fire with calm precision. Her eyes were focused, her aim sharp. She was not afraid. With help from the colony guards, she pushed the attackers back. One was caught. The others ran into the night. By the time morning came, the attack had failed. Solon was safe. Liam walked back into the living area. He was bruised, tired, and sore, but he smiled when he saw Solon running to him. "You're okay?" the boy cried, hugging him tightly. "I'm okay," Liam said, holding him back. "We're all okay." Mira came in next, also tired but safe. She looked at Liam, her eyes full of quiet pride. "You fought well," she said. "So did you," he replied. They stood there, not saying much, just standing together. Something had changed. Not just outside, but inside too. Liam felt stronger. Not because he had fought, but because he now understood what he had lost. And what he had found again. He looked at Mira. "I want my memories back. All of them." "There's a way," she said. "But it will hurt." He nodded, then let it hurt. "I want to remember my life. I want to remember you. And Solon." She placed her hand in his. "Then we'll do it together." And for the first time in a long time, Liam felt whole. The cold winds of the moon's surface howled beyond the colony walls. Echo Ridge stood just a few kilometers from the Duma-high rocky rise that gave a full view of the valley below. It was once used as a watch point during the Zalari border wars. Now, it was where Liam would make his stand. Liam stood near the edge of the ridge, looking out. Snowflakes drifted around him. He wore a thick coat and carried a small bag of tools, a communicator, and the stun blaster. Behind him stood Mira, her hair tied back, her eyes steady. "They'll come through the valley," she said quietly. "They always use the path with cover." "I know," Liam replied. "That's why we'll wait here." Tasha had given him a small power disruptor, one that could disable a ship's engine if it flew low enough. The plan was simple. If the Divide sent another craft, they would try to land below Echo Ridge. Liam would fire the disruptor. Myra would disable the soldiers. The colony would gain time to escape. But this time, they were not just defending. They were standing for something. Back at the colony, Slyn sat with Tasha. He looked out the window, holding a small drawing he had made his mother. His father and himself standing under a blue sky. The boy said softly, "They're out there because of me." Tasha smiled gently. "They're out there because they love you." He nodded, his eyes full of thought. At the ridge, the cold deepened. Liam and Myra waited silently, hidden between tall stones, and then movement. A small transport ship broke through the clouds above, its engines humming low. It moved cautiously, scanning the ridge. Liam crouched low, activating the disruptor. "Ready?" he whispered. The ship began to descend. It moved closer to the valley floor, unaware of the trap above. Liam waited until it passed directly below them. Then he triggered the disruptor. A sharp pulse of blue light burst from the device. The ship jolted, its lights flickering. Smoke poured from its left engine. It spun, struggling to stay balanced, and crash-landed into the snow with a heavy thud. Mira stood up. "Let's go." They climbed down the rocks quickly, reaching the wrecked ship within minutes. The door was half open. Inside, 2 Divide soldiers were trying to reboot the system. Liam shouted, "Don't move!" The soldiers turned, stunned to see civilians standing over them. Mira fired a warning shot into the wall beside them. "Step out." Now the soldiers raised their hands and stepped outside. Mira quickly tied their wrists with strong cable. Liam checked the cockpit. They were planning to take Solon. "The system still has a containment pod ready." "We're not going to," Myra said firmly. Liam destroyed the pod. Then, with calm hands, he pulled out the ship's tracker and smashed it. No more signals. "No more backup," he said. Later, back at the colony, Liam and Mira stood in front of the council. Tasha, 2 older Zalari, and a human technician listened. As Liam explained what happened, "They're not stopping," Liam said. "Even after losing the ship, more will come." Tasha nodded. "We fixed the hidden ship. It's old, but it can fly." Mira looked at her. "Is it fast enough to outrun a patrol?" "Barely," Tasha said. "We know a hidden path. Through the asteroid belt? If you take Solon now, you might make it." Liam looked at Mira. We'll go together, the council agreed. The mission was now simple: get Solon away before the divide tried again. That night, Liam sat with Solon. He helped him pack a small bag, a few clothes, some pictures, and the toy. Where are we going? Solon asked. To a safer place, Liam said. Somewhere the divide can't find us. Will Mama come too? Liam said, We're a family. We stay together now. Solon smiled and hugged him tightly. The sky above the colony was darker than usual. Thick clouds covered the moon, and the wind had slowed. In that strange silence, the ship stood ready. It was old, hidden deep in one of the colony's storage hangars, rusted in some places, but still strong. Tasha had spent the last night checking every wire, every control system, every engine part. Now it was ready for flight. Liam helped Myra and Solon onto the ramp. The boy held his small bag tightly and kept looking back at the colony buildings. Will we ever come back here? He asked. Liam knelt beside him. Maybe when it's safe, but for now, we need to keep moving. Solon nodded slowly. He trusted them now, his mother and his father. Myra stood beside them and looked out toward the hills. There's something I never told you, Liam, she said quietly. He looked at her. What is it? She hesitated for a second. Before I came to find you, I had a choice. I could have gone anywhere. But my heart kept pulling me toward Earth space. Toward you. I knew. Even without memories, you would still feel something. Liam gave a small smile. I did. I just didn't understand it at first, but now I do, as the sun began to rise. The colony gathered near the edge of the launch platform. A mix of humans and Zalari stood silently, watching the family prepare to leave. There was no loud farewell, just quiet nods, kind eyes, and respect. Tasha stepped forward, carrying a small black cube. This holds the navigation code, she said, handing it to Liam. It will help you pass through the asteroid belt and stay hidden from patrol scans. Thank you, Liam said. For everything. Tasha smiled. Just promise me something. What? Teach him both our ways, she said, glancing at Solon. Let him know that humans and Zalari are not enemies. Let him grow up knowing truth, I promise, Liam said. Inside the ship, Mira took the pilot seat. Liam sat beside her. Solon buckled into the back seat. He had drawn a picture and stuck it near the window stars and moons, and 3 small figures holding hands. Mira powered up the engines. They rumbled softly. Systems ready, she said. Route uploaded, Liam added. Let's fly. The ship rose slowly from the platform, its boosters steady. Snow lifted around them, and a quiet cheer echoed from the people below. Solon looked. Out the window as the colony became smaller and smaller. I think I'll miss this place, he whispered. You'll see many new places, Mira said with a gentle smile. But you'll always carry this one in your heart. The ship broke through the clouds, entering open space. The stars welcomed them silent, endless, and full of paths yet to be taken. They moved fast, following a narrow route through the sweet asteroid belt. Liam helped Mira guide the ship between large rocks and floating ice. It was tense but exciting. We're almost past the worst part, Liam said, checking the scanner suddenly. An alert beeped. Mira's eyes narrowed. Ship detected. Behind us, Liam turned quickly. Can they catch us? Not if we use the burst drive, she said. But it's risky in a belt like this. Solon stood up in the back. Is it the bad people? Liam turned to him. Yes, but don't worry. We're going to outrun them. Mira began charging the burst drive. 5 seconds. The enemy ship appeared on the scanner's leak, black, with fast engines. 4. It closed the distance quickly. 3. Missiles locked on. 2. The ship shook as a warning shot hit the rear panel. 1 go. The burst drive activated, and the ship leaped forward like a flash of light. The stars stretched around. Them rocks blurred. For 10 long seconds, everything felt like a storm, then it ended. The scanner turned clear. Liam let out a breath. We made it. Mira smiled. I told you. Solon laughed from the back. That was amazing. They had escaped. For now, The stars outside grew softer as they reached the edge of the known map. A small green planet appeared in the distance. It was quiet, with clean air and peaceful life forms. It was marked as a neutral world, one that welcomed both humans. "And Zelari? That's our new home?" Solon asked. "For now," Liam said. "Until it's time to move again." Solon smiled. "As long as we're together, I don't care where we go." Mira reached back and held his hand. Liam looked out at the stars. For the first time in many years, he felt complete, not just because of memory or truth, but because of the people. Beside him, that night, they landed on the green planet. Trees waved gently in the wind. Strange birds flew above. Solon ran through the grass, laughing. Liam and Mira stood together, watching. "This world," Mira said, "it's quiet." "Maybe that's what we need," Liam replied. "A quiet place to raise him, a place to heal." They walked forward slowly, side by side, to the trees where the light was soft and golden. In the sky above them, the stars continued to shine. And though their past had been broken and stolen, their future was bright, because even among stars, family finds a way. The end.